this was real random. I mean, really random. I want you guys. Oh, hi to those of you who are new to my channel. My name is Cheryl Howard, certified life purpose coach, mental health professional, mental health coach, author, speaker, and all those wonderful things. I am the founder of Get Your Life Back Academy, where I have courses and coaching programs to help people heal, overcome trauma so they can propel into their purpose. I have some books that'll help you with personal development, help you to heal, help you to learn how to cope, help you to find your purpose, operate in your passion and in your purpose. So that was just to sum it up all. But my main thing is helping you to break through barriers so you can propel into your purpose. Things I have done, things I am doing, things I've helped other people do, achieve their goals, especially those that I've helped that want to do something for the first time, like write their book or speak for the first time or start a business, like all kinds of things. And did I say write a book? Yes. I got some people who wrote their first book because they have worked with me. I work with them, just helping them share their story and even turning their story into a book or into a speaking business or coaching program or so many things, right? And just doing things that they love, finding out, first of all, what it is that they do love and what they are passionate about, and then actually operating in those things. Anyway, so I'm taking a walk around the neighborhood, and I want you to look out for a video that's going to go live on Tuesday. If you will follow this channel, you will see it premiered. So hit that bell for the notification of when it goes up. It should be live at 10:30 on Tuesday. I'll try to upload Tuesdays and Thursdays. I am going to be doing a challenge. I'm going to be helping a lot of you guys, and I'm going to help people that you may know who need to be a part of this communication challenge, because a lot of us, I'm going to talk about both sides. We know that communication, there's a communicator, there's a messenger, and there's a listener, there's a receiver. A lot of times, let's talk about the receiver. Sometimes, if we have unhealed, broken places that have influenced and impacted the way we think and the way we perceive things, we can miss a lot of, we can have a lot of misunderstandings. Let me just put it that way. And I've seen this happen over and over again, to the point where it even caused breakup in relationships, because the receiver is listening from a place of trauma lens, so they don't see stuff clearly, so they misperceive everything, and they're not exactly listening to what the giver is actually saying when they're talking. I don't know if any of you can identify with any of that. It's like you're hearing something completely different than what the person said. And so we need to re-examine ourselves. Where is that coming from? Why am I getting in these fruitless arguments over and over again? Now, to be a person who's at a place where you really want to get some help and change, you have to be willing to go deep, because you got to get sick and tired of being sick and tired of having those same cycles of poor communication, poor relationships. Sometimes you have to look at yourself and go, okay, wait a minute, because this is not the first time I heard this. I need to check me. What's going on with me? Do I have cognitive distortion? Am I always making assumptions? Am I always drawing conclusions? Am I always seeing the glass half full? Am I pessimistic? Again, if you went through some traumatic experiences, for example, you just went through a lot of situations where things didn't work out or people misused you or whatever, and so now you walk around with a guard up, and so a lot of times that guard can become a barrier to your communication and your relationship, because you can meet somebody who loves you, they genuinely honest, care about you, and you think somebody always have an ulterior motive. I've seen that with so many people I work with as a trauma behavioral health specialist over and over again. It's such a major problem. This is why I'm doing this communication challenge, because we're going to touch on some deep things that you need to go deeper into. This is for those of you who really want to change and really want to improve your relationship, right? You really want to improve your communication skills, but a lot of times you have to heal first. So this way, It'll change your mindset. It'll change the way you perceive things, because now you're looking from a healed lens and you're able to hear and listen instead of getting defensive and getting offensive and reactive because you think you heard something, but you heard wrong. Let me tell you, I'm telling you, I've been in a situation similar with a friend, and I'm trying to figure out, how did you get that out of there? And I realized they created their own narrative story based on what they've gone through in the past. And I tried to bring light for them to see. And I realized until a person comes to a level of awareness and want to do that deep work, they're not going to see it. They're not. You can talk to you blue in the face. Then they already got a story in their mind of what happened. Or maybe there was a miscommunication. Here's another example. Misunderstanding that you may have with a person. You are clearly breaking down your thought process and what happened. In their mind, they already formulated a whole story to themselves. So when a person is in that place, it doesn't matter what you say, they're going to stick with that story. That's called dysfunctional. So understand, you cannot reason with a person who's not reasonable because they're not using their wise mind. You know what a wise mind is? It is a balance of having a healthy, emotional, regulated state and a rational mindset where you can think clearly. But if you are not balanced emotionally and you're emotionally heightened all the time, triggered all the time because of whatever you've gone through, maybe some unaddressed trauma, a place of arrested development where at some age you went through something and you never really matured emotionally. And so when you are triggered, your 10-year-old and your 12-year-old comes out. The 15-year-old boy or girl pops up. I see it all the time in sessions. And I'm like, that's the age of your trauma. Something happened in your childhood or your adolescent or even adults. Something happened right there, because that is the response I'm getting right now. Or if you shared something with me in a session about how you reacted to something, I'm like, there we go. Let's deal with that. What happened to the girl? What happened to the little boy? What happened? Let's talk about that. Because when you can heal that part of you, because we are made of different parts, then moving forward, you can change the trajectory of your life, your relationships. So, I didn't want to go down this hill, really, because I didn't want to go down this hill. Anyway, so think about things like that, like why you do what you do, why you say what you say. Why do I perceive it that way? Why do I keep hearing people say the same thing about my behavior? Pay attention to that. Don't ignore it. And so you have to come to a place where you're not worrying about feeling shame or guilt or anything. You just want to be better. So I'm trying to help you be better with this communication challenge I have coming up. I have a full video talking about a lot of the things that I'm going to really dig deep into on Tuesday. That's like an intro to the challenge. But I want to know who wants to join me in that challenge. I'm going to do it on Facebook, on YouTube. And I was going to do it live. I don't know if I'm going to do it live yet. But definitely it's going to be a 3-day series, a challenge. And we're going to go to those places. We're going to dig deep, because you can't go into, and I'm not a whole what's your New Year's resolution thing, but it's okay to want a new mindset and want to transform, right? So some of you are like, I can't go into the next year, or I can't finish out this year with the same mindset, the same unhealthy relationships, the same sabotaging behavior that I have, right? Or please, if you know somebody who needs to be part of this communication challenge, please have them follow this channel, subscribe, hit the bell, because you like, you know what? They need to be here, because apparently they're not listening to me. And so they need to hear from a person who's neutral. There's no emotional attachment, and maybe they'll get it. It's hard for people if they're still dealing with, I'm getting tired. I'm walking exercises. If they're dealing with a lack of self-worth, insecurity, low self-esteem, or woe is me, heart on the sleeve person, sometimes it's hard to get people when they're in that state to do something for themselves. You understand? It's really hard because they still dealing with maybe shame, guilt, embarrassment, denial, which is unhealthy. Because when you operate in denial, you won't do anything. What to say? Warning. Oh, thank you for the compliment. um, so I forgot what I was saying because I'm out of breath right now, but I just want to do this going live. But Tuesday, I'm really going to get deep into, it's an intro about what we're going to do. So it's really going to be your own coaching session, a group coaching session on YouTube, on my channel, Get Your Life Back with Cheryl podcast. And we got to, look, I'm here to help folk because I am a truth teller. I'm a bridge builder and a cycle breaker or something else like that, right? And when I see something that's happening over and over and over again, when I'm helping people, we got to do something different. If you want a different result, you got to do something different. So maybe I was going back to wanting a different mindset and a different way of doing things going forward. Maybe your goal is, I need to do something new. I need to self-prioritize. I need to get into self-development, personal development. I need change. And I realize it's going to have to start with me. Even though somebody else can be purely wrong, a lot of times you have to be the example, say, change is going to start with me. Y'all clearly see I'm out of breath, right? But I may have to be the one to what's the word I'm looking for? Exemplify and model a new behavior to get others to change around me. Sometimes you have to take the lead. You know what? So if it has to be you, it has to be you. So join my communication challenge. It is called what I'm calling it, Healthy Talk and Helpful Thoughts. Communication challenge. Because I was still trying to decide. Healthy Talk, Helpful Thoughts, Communication Challenge. 3 days. We're going to dig deep. Because I don't want you to have to be in relationships continuously. And when I say relationships, it could be your bestie. It could be your spouse, your children, professional, co-worker relationships. I want to see you in healthier relationships. There's a such thing called healthy relationships and healthy communication. I remember talking to someone one time. I was trying to see if I liked him. And I am, you can say I'm sapiosexual, right? I mean, I'm attracted to men who are very knowledgeable, wise, and intelligent. Don't necessarily have to be academically. You're just an intelligent person because you like to dig deep and think deep about things. So you have thoughts, you have opinion, okay? You have philosophy, right? So when I said something about healthy, I want a healthy relationship, he said, what is a healthy relationship? I was done. You lost me already. I'm gone. If you don't know what healthy relationship is, I'm not, look, I teach all the time. I do psychoeducation classes. I do mental health counseling and coaching. If I have to tell you what healthy relationship mean, it's different if you would have said, what does a healthy relationship look like to you? That would have been different. That would have meant dialogue. Let's talk. But when you ask me, what do a healthy relationship mean? He said, I never heard of that before. Yeah, it's okay. It's all right. God bless. Anyway, I ain't wasting no time. I ain't wasting your time. I'm not wasting my time. Okay? But anyway, because I can already see this is going to be some communication I don't want to get into. You can pick, I'm picking my battles. That's what we should do as we get wiser. I'm choosing the things I want to battle with, maybe, or contend with, or deal with, or cope with. And that I'm not, because I don't want a dysfunctional and unhealthy relationship with somebody who is going to, I can already see it. And there's more things I've seen, that's not the only thing. But that was the tip of the iceberg. I was like, yeah, this ain't going to work. I can already see, I'm going to have to be schooling you all the time. And I'm going to get tired and depleted. And then we're going to end up having some dysfunction communication in a relationship. And I'm not doing this. I'm older now. We're good. We're good, okay? You got to be honest with yourself and with the other person. Anyway, please like and subscribe. Please hit the bell. Please leave a comment. Tell me what you think of this communication challenge, and if you, either you or somebody you know, gonna sign up and join. It's right here. All you don't have to do any emailing or anything like that, or sign up for this. Just follow this account, follow my podcast, and be ready. Stay attuned so you can find out the date. It is going to be this month, within the next 2 weeks. Okay, because I'm gathering what I need to gather, and I most likely will have a freebie for you as well. So I'll be giving away a helpful, healthy relationship and to help some people out. And I figured this is a great way the masses up and down the hill. I want to help a lot of people. You know what? That's on my YouTube channel. I do it individually already all of the time, but I need to do something that's going to impact a lot of people at one time. And so just say you have well, when I put the date and time up, then you can say I have an appointment with my life purpose coach, my emotional wellness coach. And if you want to say pastoral counselor, you can add that on there too, because she gonna help me get my life. Okay. Okay, guys, thank you for joining and tuning in. Thank you for your comments already. One out. You want our relationship. I understand, but it's like it's an ongoing need to talk about relationships until we get, and it's not like getting to the place where we just perfect. It's always improving and enhancing relationships until we no longer here. So it's something we should just work on every day. So there's perfect really no perfect communication, but it's something that you work on every day, and you have to be with somebody who's willing to work on it every day. You can't just let relationship just go, and it's not going to take care of itself. You have to be present, you have to show up. But I get it, because there's so many relationship talks and podcasts and things on, but it's an ongoing, we live in relationship. That's what we are as human beings, all the different types. Like I said, professional, right? Business, that's professional as well. Parental, intimate, is all kinds. Associates, friendships. And some people really need, that's why this is focused on communication and healing those broken places that cause you to have poor communication. That's what it's all about. We're going to get to the nitty gritty, because I want you to be able to catch yourself and be self-aware. Like, okay, I'm doing this again. Why am I doing that? Why am I seeing this way? The person said this. Why did I respond? So you'll be able to learn how to kind of catch yourself early and do your own inner dialogue, right? Be your own therapist, so to speak. So that'll be a coping skill for you. That'll be a therapeutic intervention for yourself, doing your own work. Okay? But anyway, let me get off this thing. Let me keep on walking. Another 10 minutes and I'm done. See y'all later. Thanks for joining the live. Everybody, Ariane, hi. I don't know if you're still on here. How many calories did you burn? I'm going to check my phone to see how many calories I burned, because I do have my app where it'll count my steps and calories for me. Wesley, did you get to experience any of the 70s or 80s? And what are your favorite memories of or thoughts? About what, though, when it comes to the 70s and 80s? Yes, I was born in the late 60s, like the latest. And so, yes, I grew up in the 70s and 80s. What are my thoughts? It's a lot. I miss the sense of community that we used to have, where we looked out for each other, where people looked out for each other's kids. It wasn't discipline you or correct you. It was also the neighbors, the ones who can be, who are healthy. I miss that. Where, you still talk to neighbors, like everybody just in their own world. It's just so weird. I'm still the one who may not welcome the new neighbor who moved next door to me and maybe give them a gift or something like that. I've done that twice since I've been here in Georgia with two neighbors. I've gave them something like food, shared a dish with them. So, but you don't see that anymore. And I'm so glad I grew up in that time where I was able to experience the 80s. I like when schools actually allowed the teachers to continue to teach you, like to learn something over and over again, making it repetitive so you can really get it down instead of moving on to the next lesson and focus on taking statewide tests. And that's not in every state, but I grew up in New York. So a lot of the focus became on the test. But what happens is too many kids fall behind the cracks and don't learn things. So now you are promoting, they haven't learned anything. All of that. It's a lot. It's a lot. The music. One more thing. I like the music from 70s, 80s, and 90s because I understood what they were saying. Even the rap, it's a story. There was a message. There was a purpose to it. There was a rhyme to it. Now, with some of the rap artists, I don't know what they're saying, so I can't get it. I can't give them an amen. I can't agree because I don't even understand what they're saying. A lot of them. I'm like, what are you talking? I don't know what you're talking about. Before, it was about a story, or even if it was funny, it's like you can follow along. You're going somewhere. You're telling me something. There's a reason to it or something. Now it just seems like people just, not everybody, artists, just throwing stuff together and putting a sound together. I don't like that part. So anyway, that'll answer that question. Daniela. Hi, Daniela. My name is Daniela. Tom. Okay. Well, I'm glad you guys joined in. I didn't have a whole lot to talk about. I just really was talking about my upcoming challenge. But I hope that you become a part of the Get Your Life Back tribe. Anyway, see you guys later. Bye-bye.